Hi guys, so welcome to this video. This is going to be a relatively short video where I show you how to sustainably heal as a druid. So by sustained healing, what I actually mean is healing over time. So this is otherwise referred to as HOTS as a druid. And your healing over time effects you really want to be aiming to maximize your HPS, which is your healing per second. So what I'm going to go over now is what is your optimal rotation, what specific spells you should be using, and what you should be looking out for in the start of arena as a druid. It's very much a PvE rotation, but upkeeping this, particularly in freeze, can be really difficult, as well as mitigating the damage, going bear form, kiting, getting cyclones, bashes, using cooldowns correctly. It can be a really complex class to play, so hopefully this guide helps. Please do subscribe to the channel, it really supports me, and do head over to Twitch as I stream several times per week. So to start off with, I'm just going to go over what spells are important in no particular order. I'm just going to talk about what spells we have on offer as a druid. So in no particular order, we have Rejuvenation, and then we have Germination from the Rejuvenation. If I just show you, that again is a talent. We have Cenarian Ward, Swift Mend, Life Bloom, which is probably the most important one, and the majority of your games should have Life Bloom as the top healing. If not, you're doing something wrong. You then have Adaptive Swarm, and you then have Overgrowth, and I'm also going to say Nature Swiftness is part of your sustained healing. And if we look quickly at the talents, you've got many things what help with what you can use to maximize sustained healing. I'm going to talk about Soul of the Forest mainly, and how we can Life Bloom two targets. So what we tend to want to do is, first of all, Life Bloom can have 3 stacks. Now, it's very important that you maximize the stacks. However, sometimes it is really hard to maximize these. So if I just show you here, if I apply why is that not working? So for some reason, I now can't apply 3 stacks to myself. But let's say I apply. I honestly don't know why this isn't applying 3 stacks of Life Bloom. Maybe the UI is bugged, but anyway, so you can apply 3 stacks of Life Bloom to yourself, and then that basically increases the healing by 8% each time, and then afterwards there's a big bloom effect. So I'm just going to talk now how to use your rotation. So let's use 2s as an example. So the arena started, you've got your DPS with you, you've got yourself. What you want to do first of all, Life Bloom yourself, Life Bloom the DPS, Rejuvenate the DPS, Germination on the DPS. So you've got them free heals there. Now the reason you Life Bloom yourself is because you have increased haste, which is a talent. I can't remember what specific talent it is, but basically if you have Life Bloom on yourself, it increases Life Bloom's healing is increased by 6% each time it heals up to 90%. Also increases Life Bloom's final bloom. It's not that it's... Is it this? Yes, there you go. Photosynthesis, so 20% faster heal, which is massive. This is actually huge. So you want to, in 2s, to try and keep a Life Bloom on yourself. So once again, we're going to go for that scenario. We've got all our HOTS on. Your target starts to take damage, okay? So what you want to do then, before you do anything, okay, is you want to do a Swift Mend in order to get the Soul of the Forest proc. Then you want to Rejuvenate again to get the big heart. Then you want to Cenarian Ward. Then you want to Adaptive Swarm. So now we've got all our HOTS up and running. Okay, we then want to Soul of the Forest again. Okay, and on that Soul of the Forest, we then want to use Rejuvenation again. Now what you will see is that we now have 2 huge dots. We've also got Grove Tending. We've got 2 huge HOTS, and we've got Cenarian Ward up and running. We're going to wait for Swift Mend and then Adaptive Swarm, and we're then going to do them again. So this is kind of the optimal rotation. Now obviously if you're in freeze, you may Adaptive Swarm one target and then Cenarian Ward another, or you may choose to Cenarian Ward and then Adaptive Swarm in order to really maximize out your healing per second. But I think the biggest thing as a druid to sustainable healing is, first of all, keeping 3 life blooms on your DPS. Don't worry about keeping it on yourself, just keep the 1 life bloom on yourself, otherwise it gets too difficult to min-max. And maintaining a Soul of the Forest, Rejuvenation and Germination. Now, you cannot always maintain those, as it can get very difficult. You can get dispelled, you can get CC'd. But that is your optimal rotation. The minimal thing you want to be maintaining is a Soul of the Forest dot. However, you cannot always do this, because sometimes you've got to use nature's swiftness to get a huge heal on CDs. So in between CDs, you want to be trying to maximize this. And if you're doing it efficiently, you should be able to keep your DPS up. Or that has at least been my experience, particularly with cooldowns such as Tree of Life and Dying Back. It's really quite easy to give your DPS a lot of healing. Obviously, in high dampening matches, this can be very difficult to maintain. And if you don't want to use Nature's Swiftness, you can simply, when you get a Soul of the Forest proc, you can use Regrowth if it's outside of Nature's Swiftness, or you just want to save it for whatever reason. So with that covered, obviously Swift Mend refreshes all your hots. So this replaces, I think it's Verdant Infusion, which used to be the old legendary. So you want to be focusing on refreshing all your hots. So if you watch the timers when they're all up, so if I just put everything on, and then also noteworthy mention, when Scenario Mod is up, let your target take damage before refreshing it, and then you want to refresh all your hots with the Soul of the Forest proc. So yeah, every time you're Swift Mending, you're refreshing your dots, you're going to keep up the uptime. Just let me use /reload, because for some reason it doesn't want to actually show how we're actually doing this. So yeah, so you can see there that it's actually worked now. So you can see my life bloom and everything else is refreshed. Let me show you again, just so people know 100% how this works. So let's see. So Cenarian Ward you will only refresh it after it's procced. So obviously I'm not taking damage here, but you get the idea, and I think I've got across the important things. Now I will do another video covering burst healing and how to burst heal as a druid. My final tip that I'm going to actually give people is that when you're in arena, and if you really want to maximize your healing on Life Bloom, you want to only try and refresh Life Bloom after the bloom effect, if you really want to keep it maximized, because you do get that 20k. I'm pretty sure it's like 20k additional bloom, or you want to leave it to about 5 seconds to refresh. That's kind of what I do. Some good add-ons also, which are really good for helping your actual kind of manage your healings, is Party Pets Fix. This actually shows a pet frame bar, which I know Blizzard is having major trouble with, and Blizzard Raid Frames, which actually has a timer on the actual dots, so I can see how long my DPS has that. Also, if you go in add-ons, Team Ability Tracker, you want to set your adjust number of icons per row to 2. This way you'll be able to see all your hots rather than just 3 on the bottom row. So anyway guys, if this video has been helpful, please do support me by commenting, liking the video, and heading over to Twitch and dropping me a follow. I'd really appreciate that. Peace out.